The Saints make a short Thanksgiving road trip this week to take on a Falcons squad that has little to play for aside from trying to keep their spirits high for the holidays. Predictions will be served shortly, but first let's take a moment and be thankful for these stats. On paper, Drew BREES is lined up for another Drew BREES kind of game.
And Thomas, and he has a touchdown.
BREES went for over 300 passing yards last week and has put up a passer rating over 110 back-to-back weeks while throwing 3 TDs in each of his last 2 games. And as usual, many of those passes have been finding their way to Michael Thomas, who had his 5th straight game with more than 100 yards and his 8th straight with at least 8 catches. Thomas is on pace to break the single-season reception record owned by Marvin Harrison. So how well equipped are the Falcons to slow them down? JAMEIS Winston put up over 300 yards against them through the air last week, along with 3 TDs. And Atlanta ranks near the bottom in passer rating allowed and passing yards per game allowed. But it's impossible to ignore what happened a few weeks ago when Atlanta stunned everyone with a win in New Orleans.
BREES pumps in trouble and down he goes.
While the Falcons' 6 sacks on BREES were impressive, it's fair to wonder if that performance wasn't a little fluky. BREES hadn't been sacked that many times since 2013, and the Falcons' pass rush hasn't generated a lot of sacks this season, so it would seem unlikely they could pressure him again like that this week. It is important to point out, though, the Saints will be missing star left tackle Teron Armstead for the game. The New Orleans pass rush, on the other hand, has been good at getting to QBs this season, and they showed that skill set off last week.
Allen from behind, they get him at the 10.
The Saints sacked Kyle Allen 4 times, and for the season, Cam Jordan Company are 11th at pressuring the QB. Pair that with the fact Matt Ryan was sacked 6 times in Week 12 against the Bucs, and you can see why Ryan might be in for a long night in this one. Ryan is also coming off a game where he failed to throw a TD pass against a Tampa defense that going into the game had allowed the 2nd most passing yards per contest and is tied for the 2nd most passing TDs allowed for the season. So the Saints aren't taking on the Matt Ryan that we've grown accustomed to seeing most of the time. It's the late game of a Thanksgiving triple header. The Falcons have already shown they're capable of pulling off the unexpected against the Saints, but can they pull it off twice in a row? Or is Drew BREES getting ready to feast on some Falcon instead of turkey? Go ahead and take your seat at the table. Predictions are served.
Now BREES looking to Thomas. And the conversation on the sideline apparently paid off.